Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are continuing the 100 Dragon Challenge. So we have officially passed 30. We're pretty far along on this challenge, but we still got a long ways to go. So if you guys want to keep submitting your ideas, there's some links down in the description, so go check them out. But today, we're going to be doing a Peacock Dragon. So many of you guys have been suggesting this, and I've just been thinking it would be a beautiful dragon to do. All the colors and feathers and things led to a lot of potential opportunity for this one. So I knew that I wanted to jump in and do this one eventually. So it has been on the list. And I knew that I wanted to have this one kind of derived from, obviously, the bird look. So I didn't want it to have like a beak, so to say. I didn't want it to just be like a giant bird. I know like some dragons have feathers and more bird-like features, but I still wanted it to look at least a little reptilian with a little bit of bird. I don't know, kind of a combo between the two. So I decided let's just like really exaggerate some of the features of the peacock, like the long neck. Let's add feathers everywhere and just really adorn this thing like crazy. And then obviously make the face look more dragon-like. Like I wanted it to come down into a beak, but I wanted to make sure you could see it was like a jaw with teeth, like something that was actually more reptilian with a little bit of bird features in it. And I was actually really surprised because in my head, when I was thinking about this one before I sat down and started sketching, I was like, well, you know, we have the typical things you think of a peacock. It's the giant tail plumage that they have, and then their bright blues, greens, oranges, things like that. But I totally forgot about the frill thing on the top of its head, and I absolutely love how that looks, and it really lent for a lot of good design features for the dragon. Because you guys know I like horns and I like adorning my dragons with a lot of cool stuff on their head. But it was hard for me to think of what to do with the peacock until I did see that it had that little plumy thing on top, and I'm like, oh, perfect, I got it. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I just went ham and overboard with it. And then I decided to make this one kind of like a thin dragon. Like I don't think this one would be very strong. It'd be much more agile and nimble, but it wouldn't really have strength on its side because I really like using like the thin bird-like legs for this one. Usually a lot of my dragons are much more beefy and hunky, but I wanted this one to really have some thin bird legs that were very similar to the peacock's. And with that, I needed to make the body much more thin and agile because if it was a big, bulky dragon, it would not stand a chance on little twig bird legs. Like, no way in hell would that work. So I just needed to keep that in mind while I was going through and doing these designs. Along with the peacock legs, I also, like I said, I was gonna like really lean on the plumage of this bird, but I decided to go even more so, like make this dragon super extra. So we have kind of the tail plumes like you would see on a peacock, but in multiple parts of the body. I decided to put it around the shoulders and on the butt and up the tail, just everywhere. I was like, we're just gonna go crazy with this plumage. And I knew it was gonna take a really long time to draw and color this guy, just because if I have all these feathers and extra plumage and I would want to color every feather to be similar to the peacock look, I just buckled in for a long-term dragon on this one. And I do think this one could be easily interpreted in a lot of different ways. Like, if you guys want to enter and try to be featured for this dragon for the week, make sure to go to Instagram or Twitter under the hashtag KM100Dragons to post your dragons. But to give you guys some little ideas here and there, like you have the female peacock, the pinfowl? I don't know. Nope, just don't quote me on that. Basically just the female version of a peacock, which has a lot of different browns, and I know they're not as, I guess, extra and like have a bunch of colors and things, but it, you know, it gives you options of things to mash into it, along with the gorgeous like white peacock. I think they're albino, but like, oh my gosh, those things are amazing. Like the white feathers are just so bright and vibrant. I almost went with the white one, but I was like, no, I really want to dive in and do the blues and the greens. Like I really wanted to do that for this one. So, you know, that's what I did, but giving you ideas for your guys' peacock dragons. There's a lot you can do with them, and I think you can really diversify and make this interesting and like take a lot of design cues from the peacock and really change them and exaggerate them and do lots of cool different things with them. I also decided to keep this boy fully feathered. I wanted him totally covered in feathers from head to toe for sure, along the body and everywhere on this guy. And with all those different feathers, I got to experiment with different ways to texture them. Like we have along the body a lot of smaller, like clumps of feathers, and then at the base of the plumage, I replicated the same feathers that you would see on the peacock from where the plumage starts. And it was just cool to be able to do those different textures and kind of plan out in advance like how I wanted those feathers to clump together, so then I could lead the way for a successful coloring, because peacocks have so many diverse and interesting colors all over their body. So this gave me an opportunity to figure out in advance, like, oh man, all right, I'm gonna do the line art for this and figure out where these different colors will go in advance and how I want to clump these cool different feathers together. So yeah, this line art turned out really detailed. It didn't take too long to clean up the pencil sketches, luckily, but there was a lot of little bits of detail. I wouldn't say it's as intensive as like the Gargoyle Dragon and a few others, but I do add some more lines as I go along, just because I felt certain places were a little like bare, and I wanted to make sure that you got the full texture of all the feathers throughout the entire body, and the plumage looked like kind of the full plumage of a peacock. But now with the sketch erased and out of the way, and just me adding a couple of more details with the line art, it was time to figure out the colors. So with peacocks, mostly major colors are the blues, the greens, the oranges, the yellows, and there's actually some brown as well. So I had to kind of figure out how or which Copic colors matched the colors of the peacock the most. And then I did also have to figure out how I wanted to layer them, because on the body, like a peacock body is mostly blue, but I was trying to decide, did I want to add some cool like striping or different patches of color, that's the word I was looking for, or just kind of stick with the all blue body. And I kind of was figuring this out as I was testing the colors, and I decided I think I'm gonna go with the full blue body. I'll put a streak of green on its belly for just a pop of a different color, and then just kind of stick to the traditional colors of a peacock. I thought it would look really nice. And just as a heads up, guys, I totally am out of practice for recording apparently, and I forgot to hit record when I started this. So as you see, we jumped and then we jumped again, because I forgot to hit record when I colored the first part of the body. So please excuse my forgetfulness, but at least I captured the rest of coloring this beautiful boy, because I absolutely love him. He turned out awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to see the final results. All right, guys, and with that, we are done with this Peacock Dragon. I really love how this one turned out. It was super fun, and having all those different colors were awesome. But let's go ahead and look at the last 2 weeks of your guys' submissions. So first off, we have the Gargoyle Dragon. Really awesome submissions, like lots of diversity in your guys' gargoyles. X-Dragon, I really love the rendering on your gargoyle in the background. Looks really amazing. Looks like it's right on the side of Notre Dame. And then R. Bormera, I really like that yours has like a kind of a Chinese Asian aesthetic to it. Looks like it would be on the side of one of those like temples or shrines. It'd be a really cool guardian. And then you guys did amazing on all the different gargoyles. Lots of different diverse looks. Really, really awesome. And then next up we have the Toy Dragon. So Clowny Ed, I like that yours is like cute, but also really scary. Like it looks like it could mess you up, like the type of stuffed animal that comes to life and attacks you. I really like the look of it. And then the Pale Raven that draws, this is an adorable drawing. Like, I love that it's this little hero with her dragon. I just love this, and it looks like it could be an adorable children's book. And again, lots of diversity, lots of amazing looks with your guys' stuffed animal dragons. Like, there were so many options to pick from. You all rocked it. It was really awesome. So if you guys would like to submit your version of the Peacock Dragon, make sure to post on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag KM100Dragons. And I can't wait to see what you guys do with this. There's a lot of options you could do, and I think that we're gonna have a lot of diverse and cool peacocks. So thanks again, guys, so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you aren't already, you can go and hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every week. And if you'd like to support me more, go check out my shop. I got a bunch of new stuff. I have my monster manual and a lot of other cool art available. Or go support me on Patreon. I'd really appreciate it. So thanks again, guys, so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.